welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman. This is qualifying ahead of the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. Welcome in. If you are here at 10 to 5 in the morning on a Saturday morning, you are an absolute legend. Even if you're not, still a legend. But if you're here at 10 to 5, absolute legend. Welcome in. Kim's going to set her alarm. I don't know if she's here now. But welcome in if you are here. Dougie was here. Anto's in. Gav's in. Gav, sticking to your promise. A man of your word. I appreciate that. Big ups. We are 10 minutes away. Still rocking with the yellow skin. I don't know what's going on with my camera settings, but I've messed with it enough these last 10 minutes. It is what it is. So I'm just going to live with it. Well, Kim, you are it. Fair play. Knackered. Gav, have you been up? Because I've had a few hours sleep. So this is like half time in my night of sleep. This is half time. So I've had a few hours. I'll watch this and straight back to bed. I have not stayed up. Because I don't want to be falling asleep in between Q1 and Q2, do I? So I've had a little bit of sleep, but yeah, we're here. And this, I did miss this. You know what I mean? I'm not. Not ashamed to say I did miss final practice. Look at the result here. Ferrari 1 and 3 in final practice. I really do think this is on. I really do think. Seriously, Verstappen might be under threat here. I hope he is under threat. I mean, I always hope he's under threat, but this time it's looking on. Ferrari are looking rapid. Now, obviously we get to the race tomorrow and it's a different game. But today at least, I think Ferrari got the best shot they've had for probably since the back end of last year. Getting pole position. This is a massive opportunity for them. They're looking really good. So we'll see. When push comes to shove in Q3 and Max comes out on a fresh set of tyres and they take the fuel out, they turn the engine up, we'll have another look and we'll see if it's true. We'll see how good this Ferrari pace is, but I reckon it's legit. I reckon that Leclerc and even Sainz, having just had his appendix out 2 weeks ago, even Sainz could be in the fight for pole position here. Can you imagine that? Straight from the operating table to pole position in Melbourne would be a story, but I reckon there's a good chance of it. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Honestly, if you are here live, it's an unbelievable support. Please do drop me a like, because if you don't, there's not going to be many people out there that do. Even if you're watching a rerun on Saturday afternoon because you've got a normal sleeping pattern and you're a normal person and you're not up at 5 a.m. for the qualifying. But tomorrow's even worse. Tomorrow's even more ridiculous. And I'm sure they've put it back a couple of hours as well. Tomorrow's 4 a.m. race starts. I'll be live at like 1:45, maybe 10 to. Do you know what I mean? So, apologies if it's 10 to. But yeah, I'll be live before lights out. Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing. Right, they're playing the intro. We're nearly time for Q1. Yeah, there's no music playing or anything. We're all right. But yeah, I wonder if Jams will turn up. Jams is probably just no. If it was at 4 a.m., I think there's a chance that Jams could be here for the actual race because at 4 he might still be up, but 5's pushing it. I feel like. Yeah, at 4 o'clock, Jamser might still be up and kicking, but 5's a different game, innit? 5, you're not talking about the night before. 5 o'clock's the next morning, isn't it? Really? So I doubt it. I doubt it. But yeah, predictions. So I usually do. I have done a little top 10, but I haven't had time to do that. So I might just do that now, innit? Might just do a little top 10 prediction now before Q1 starts. Let's have a look. Predictions. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Top 10 race predictions. I'm going to get into this now, actually, because I've not really had time to do it. Right, what are we going for? Shall I go Leclerc? I think I might go Leclerc quite seriously. I mean, I could. Do you know what I mean? I'm editing these predictions now. I could literally just leave the name Verstappen at P1 for the entire season, but we're not going to do that. It's like Chris Tarrant who wants to be a millionaire, but you don't want that. I'm gonna go. I will put this on screen once I've edited it in a minute. I'm gonna go Leclerc, Verstappen, 1-2. Hope I can get this done just before Q1 gets underway in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go, Gav. I'm gonna go Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri. Sod it. Do you know what I mean? Who's gonna hold me to ransom for these predictions? Nobody. Don't matter, does it? Might as well have fun. There's no money switching hands. Do you know what I mean? I can say what I want. I could go. I could go Zhou Guan Yu for the win if I want. What does it matter? Right, so I'm gonna go a Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri podium, and then what we're saying. Then you have to put Perez in there. Then I'll go Perez 4th. Then I go the other Ferrari. Then I'll go Sainz 5th. You got to be a little bit sensible, haven't you? You can't be living in cuckoo land. So we'll go. Right, then P6, so I'll put Norris in there, 6th. Right, so at that point, then we've got both Ferraris, both McLarens, and both Red Bulls in the top 6. Sensible. We've not lost the plot. 7th, I'll go Alonso. I'll go Aston to be quicker than Mercedes. I think. Mind you, though, 4th and 5th in final practice for Mercedes. I didn't really clock that, but I've typed Alonso. We'll stick with Alonso. I'll probably go. I'll go Hamilton there. Then I'll go Hamilton 8th. I'll go Hamilton 8th. Russell 9th. Russell P9. Q1 is about to get underway. P10 Stroll. I've got. Do I want P10 Stroll? Or should we mix it up a little bit? So go P10 Tsunoda. Okay, let's go P10 Tsunoda. Let's go P10 Yuki Tsunoda. Why not? Oh, shall I go Ricciardo actually, seeing as it's his home race? Oh, I'll go Ricciardo, just because he could do with a strong performance. Right, let me get rid of the teams. Right, that's one guy. Right, I'll have this on screen in a sec. There you go. Predictions live. There you go. Unbelievable content. Right. I was deleting some stuff here. But predictions still legit, you see. Quali's not. Predictions in before qualifying started. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the ball, mate. Right, I'm going with that. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Right, I'm going for that. Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri, Perez, Sainz, Norris, Alonso, Hamilton, Russell, Ricciardo is my top 10 prediction for the race before quali starts. So let's find out. I wasn't too confident about Mercedes going into this, but I've just noticed they were what was it, 3rd and 4th, 4th and 5th or something in final practice. So you never know. I hope they are strong. The more the merrier at the front, fighting for pole, isn't it? So let's go. Right, so that's my predictions done. You all ready? He drinks AJ roll. What? AJ rolling got you mini egg cakes. Hey, sound like you're having a good night, you. Oh, look at that. Logan Sargent. I wanted to get into that as well. Logan Sargent sat on the sidelines. That's a disgrace. Listen, I'm a big fan of Alexander Albon. As you know, if you're a viewer of this channel, you know I cheer on Alex, but I don't like that Williams decision. I don't like it at all. I don't agree with it. I can understand why they've done it. I can understand that it's a difficult decision for James Vowles to make, although I don't think he's made the right decision. I think it's whilst the pure logic of it makes sense. Alex is our best driver. Make sure Alex is in the race. On a simple level of pure logic, I get it. Alex is your number one driver. Make sure he's in the race because it's your best chance of scoring points. I get it, but it is the wrong decision, and I'll tell you why. It is the wrong decision because you lose on two fronts. Watch him finish top 6, but it doesn't matter. You lose on two fronts. The main one that you lose on big time is you shoot Logan Sargent down completely. It's over for him. Mentally, he's done for. You are just telling Logan Sargent, listen, we have literally no confidence in you at all. If his car breaks, he's having your car. We have got absolutely no confidence in you. What is the point in Logan Sargent even being there now? If I'm Logan Sargent, do we even turn up in Japan? Well, you clearly don't need me, do you? Do you know what I mean? I know he's got to be mature about it and play the team game, but deep inside he must be absolutely fuming with this decision from Williams. So it really shoots Logan Sargent down big time. And it all but confirms his exit from Formula One at the end of this season as well. What are they going to do? Retain him after this? No chance. He's gone. He knows he's gone. They know he's gone. And now the whole world knows he's gone. So I don't like it because you're going to shoot his confidence for the rest of the season. What's Logan Sargent's motivation going to be in Japan, in China, when you get to mid-season? It's always going to be in the back of his head. I'm such a number 2. It's not even a number 2 driver. It's like having a number 1 driver and a number 3 driver. Like, it's just not even a number 1 and number 2 driver situation. It's Alex is the golden boy and who are you? So I hate that about it. I think they should have let him keep his own car and shown real faith in him and said, right, Alex is out. Go and do a job for us. They should have put faith in him, trust in him, and sat him down and said, listen, Alex is going to be out of the race. We've got faith in you. You do your very best. It's on you now. And Logan, that would have probably breathed a whole new lease of life into Logan Sargent doing that. Now, the other way they lose, just before I get into the proper commentary, the other way they lose with this decision, Williams, is that now they are putting so much pressure on Alexander Albon. I said on the community post before yesterday, it puts so much pressure on Alexander Albon now that if I'm Alex, I'm going into each corner thinking, don't crash, don't crash. He's going to be so tense. He's going to be thinking, I can't spin off it. I can't. Can you imagine if Alexander Albon wraps up another Williams? He cannot do that. So he's going to be tense. All the pressure's on him. He's the golden boy. He knows he's the golden boy. Everybody, all the cameras, action, everything is on one man. If I'm Alexander Albon, that is just too much. And so he might be a bit tense and not go as quick as he otherwise would have. I just think it is, in my opinion, the wrong decision from Williams. Although I do like Alexander Albon, it doesn't sit well with me at all. Having said that, he might now qualify top 10. He might get a couple of points out of it, and I can sit here and eat my humble pie and go, well, it did make sense, but I don't like it. And even if Alexander Albon does get a top 10, I still don't like it. Anyway, Yeah, Albon to Mercedes has to. I'd love to see that, but I've not really heard that that's on the cards really. Anyway, right, let's get into it now. So we're 12 minutes to go in Q. I tell you what, that killed the first 6 minutes of Q1, didn't it? Where not a lot happens. Now we can get into the proper stuff. But yeah, Anto, you stayed up. Oh, F2 race. Forget the F2 race, Gav, this weekend. F2 race would be like the night before. Probably F2 race would be probably 1 a.m. or something like that. UK, not even, it might be like midnight. In theory, I could do the F2, go to bed. I'm not doing F2 this weekend. There's a limit, Gav. Do you know what I mean? I'll do F2 when it's the next F2 race in about end of May or something. Because F2 have a bit of a break after this, so we'll come back strong with the F2 in, I think, Imola. Or yeah, we'll come back for F2 then. Russell on a lap. Anyway, so it's Leclerc Sainz. It's the live timing on. Yeah, live timing board's on. So it's Ferrari 1-2 at the minute with 10.5 minutes to go in Q1. But yeah, plus Sargent, is shit put in the car for your team. Who would have put in the car? I would put the guy that didn't smash it in the wall in the car. Even if it was... It's just not right, is it? I was going to say, even if it was Verstappen in one car, Mazepin in the other. No, maybe then I'm swapping it. No, it's just not right. It's just not right. It's not like Logan Sargent, if it was his first Grand Prix. If Logan Sargent was a rookie this year, so let's say Sargent had only had 2 Grand Prix under his belt, Alex bins it, maybe then you've got more of an argument of going, well, Logan's brand new. He doesn't really know what's going on. Alex needs to be in the race. But 14 months into your career, nah. I think it's the wrong decision. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said before, I can understand why they've done it. It should have done 2 cars. Well, that's the actual issue here. As Norris goes P3, the actual issue here is Williams not having a spare chassis. That's the issue. Full stop. You know, this shouldn't even be a debate of, oh well, would you go with Albon? Would you keep Sargent in the seat? Well, it shouldn't even be a question. The fact that they haven't got a spare chassis is the crux of the problem. But yeah, it's really close. Look at this. Yeah, there's less than 2/10 between the top 4. I think McLaren are really in with a fight. I think Ferrari are definitely in with the fight for pole position, and maybe McLaren as well. This could be a fantastic qualifying session and worth waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning for. Well, if you're in Europe. But yeah, Williams probably has more rust in reserve. Hope it's a joke. Happened to Mick. No, I don't think this happened to Mick, man. Saw some F3 drama. Yeah, so didn't someone crash on purpose in F3 and got a 3-place grid drop, which doesn't seem like a big punishment for putting someone into the wall. So I don't know what's happening in F3, but chaos. Yeah, cheers, Gav. Yeah, please don't forget to drop a like, guys, on the stream. I will get into the commentary now. I've been on a rant about Williams, but I don't agree with it. So yeah, look at Max dropping down the grid. Well, you know, he's gone P2 now. Alonso's gone top, and Sainz now goes quickest on a 16.7. We've got 7.5 minutes to go in Q1. It's Sainz from Alonso, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, top 5, and here comes one of the Alpines to the line as Leclerc makes it a Ferrari 1-2 then. If Ferrari get a front row in qualifying, ooh, then it's on for the race then. Yeah, cheers, Anto. Yeah, guys, if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I'm live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula One World Championship, as well as most qualifying sessions, and we do some F2 as well, and we even do a little bit of sim racing, whether that's your thing or not. We do a bit of midweek sim racing as well, so. He's back to second. Well, he's not going to completely disappear, is he? But he could be beaten today as Alonso's pushed back into the garage. They're going to change the tyres and go out for one final run in Q1. So who's at the back at the minute then with... with only 19 cars in it, only 4 going to be knocked out at the end of Q1 with no Logan Sargent in the session or in the weekend, full stop. It is Joe, Russell, Gasly and Ocon, bottom 4 to be knocked out at the moment. Yeah, Russell complaining about the brakes. But they were good in final practice with Mercedes. I didn't see the final practice session, but I think they were both in the top 5, so they found a bit of pace a few hours ago, so we'll see what they can do. At the moment, Russell's down in 17th, Hamilton P9, with 5.5 minutes to go. It's Sainz from Leclerc, Alonso, Verstappen, Perez, Piastri, Norris. So both Ferraris, both Red Bulls, both McLarens in the top 7, with Alonso sandwiched in the middle of them. And we've got Stroll, Hamilton, Tsunoda, top 10 at the minute. But here come the Merc boys across the line then. So Russell goes P9. So it makes it P9, P10 for Mercedes with 5 minutes to go. Not fantastic. And Hamilton crosses the line now. And switches around. So he goes P9. But that might be where Mercedes are this weekend. As the Alpine drivers are on a lap then. Mercedes gotten worse or better? What? Since the beginning of the season? Since last season? Worse. I don't get it. But I did think coming into this season, this would be the season where Mercedes are back at the sharp end. You know, I'm not saying winning races, but I thought Mercedes would be back on the podium regularly this season, but it's not really playing out like that, is it? With Ferrari looking very strong, McLaren carrying on the form from last season, looking pretty strong. Mercedes sort of seem to have lost out a little bit, as Albon has done a personal best first sector, but Verstappen's purple first sector with 3.5 minutes to go. The bottom 4 right now is Ricciardo, Albon, Zhou and Ocon. Gasly up to 14th at the minute. But we probably have to improve. Since last season, yeah. They might even be further away from Max than they were last year. Which is not what I expected, to be honest. But it is still a bit early to say. I don't know. I think after the race tomorrow, that'll be 3 races in the bag. You can get an idea of who's where. Look at this then. Sainz, Perez and Verstappen within a 10th. Within a 10th. Yeah, Ferrari, like Martin's saying, Ferrari, a match for Red Bull round here. How long is it since we've been able to say that? I mean, we don't know about race pace and stuff like that, you know. Red Bull probably still favourite over a race distance, but this qualifying session is looking to be very interesting. Proves Lewis was right, ditching them. I think so. I think so. Yeah. 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 It's looking like a good decision that, as we stand. But yeah, 2 minutes to go. Ricciardo warming up for a lap. He is in the bottom 4 at the minute. At his home Grand Prix, so he'll want to improve and get out of Q1 at least. Come on, Daniel. In that bottom 4 is Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Zhou and Ocon at the moment with a minute and a half to go. Come on, Daniel. This is a big lap. This is a big lap for Daniel Ricciardo. He doesn't want to be getting knocked out in Q1 at home after a disappointing first 2 races of the season. Come on. Verstappen complaining, still understeering too much. Ooh, okay. 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 So Ricciardo, personal best sector 1, and he needs it. A minute to go. Bottom 4 get knocked out with Logan Sargent being knocked out before Saturday. Then only 4 cars to be knocked out at the end of this session. Come on, Daniel. Please. He's into the final sector now. It's a fast right-hander, this. Oh, it's nearly flat out into the tight little second to last corner. And now open it up. Come on, Daniel. Cross the line. He comes then. He's 17th at the moment. Boom. P10. I think he'll be through with that. Will Daniel. He might be safe with that as Stroll goes P8 then. Albon's P6. Who am I saying he shouldn't be in the car? This is incredible. Hamilton only 11th. Oh, it's not looking great for Mercedes. Zhou's out. Zhou's definitely out. P18 doesn't improve. But who's going to be out with him? Could it be both Alpines? Ocon's on a lap. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda around the final corner then. And Tsunoda across the line. He's 15th at the moment, right on the bubble. Bang, P7. Let's go. Tsunoda definitely safe with that. And here comes Ocon. Ooh, Ocon's out. Ocon is through for now in P15, but we've still got both Haas to cross the line. Gasly's definitely out. Here comes George Russell to the line then and goes P6. Okay, so a great final effort from George Russell, that. And it is looking like... Oh, and Ricciardo's lap's been deleted. Oh, Ricciardo's lap's been deleted, and that saves Kevin Magnussen. Oh, Ricciardo P18 and out. Oh, my God. Well, are you driving? Yeah, I'll keep you updated. Albon through easily. P7. Oh, look, someone's got damage. Zhou Guan Yu's got a broken front wing. What? Just from the curb. Zhou Guan Yu with a broken front wing. They're saying on the exit of turn 10. What the hell? Zhou Guan Yu's effectively last on the grid then, P19. Daniel Ricciardo with a lap deleted. P18. Then it's Gasly out, P17, a Hülkenberg out, P16. The rest of them are through then, so the running order in Q1 was Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, Alonso, Russell, Albon, Tsunoda, Piastri, Stroll, Norris, Hamilton, Bottas, Ocon, Magnussen, all through. I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's going on with Sky Sports right now. Is it just frozen on my TV or is it frozen for everybody? They've gone to an ad break and the whole thing's gone. Nope. Let me try changing the channel back and forth. See if that solves it. I don't know if it's just my Sky box that's gone into meltdown. What are we saying? Yeah, all good. I don't know why it froze then. Oh, Ricardo will be absolutely fuming at that. This is the first time. Oh, welcome to the stream, SHT. I didn't know he was in. Welcome in, mate. It's the first time Ricardo got knocked out in Q1 at his own Grand Prix. Well, yeah, it's he's done well to keep that streak going for what, 12 years, 13 years? Well, hang on. I know HRT joined mid-season, didn't he? So he wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have been driving the HRT here. But even the Toro Rosso days, he must have got through. Yeah. Then obviously the Red Bull days, yeah. Renault, McLaren. And then he wasn't in the AlphaTauri at the beginning of last year, was he? So, he's done well to keep that streak going, though. Definitely. Until today. Yeah, Ocon's through. Do they usually do this studio thing on Sky? Is this a way of, so they don't all go to Australia, just have the crew of presenters in the studio? Is this budget cuts on Sky? Why is it not where's the crew? Where's Simon Lazenby and Damon Hill and Martin Brundle? Well, Brundle's in the commentary box, but where's the... Have they all had the weekend off? Is this why they're doing this studio thing? Well, to be honest, they can't be expected to do all 24 races. It's kind of nuts. But I feel like this is the first time I've seen this where they've got this studio presentation thing going on. It's new, isn't it, Anto, this? Definitely new. I mean, it's, obviously you see it for like the F1 show, and when it's not Grand Prix weekends they do this sort of stuff, but usually they'd be in the paddock now, wouldn't they? I don't know. Anyway, it just seems a bit weird. But yeah, Magnussen now qualifies Hulkenberg for the second race in a row. Yeah. I haven't clocked that, but yeah. I'm looking a bit... I feel like I'm looking a bit yellow, do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. I've always had trouble with this camera since I got it. What if I mess with that? Brighter, darker. Contrast? What's contrast saying? Nope. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's more human. That's more human. What if I go down here? No. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. I don't look like I've got jaundice, at least. This is bad for Ricardo. It is. Yeah, it's slipping away for Daniel Ricciardo, isn't it? It's slipping away. When I did my 2025 F1 driver lineup prediction the other day, I've not got Ricciardo in a seat next season. Not that that means anything, but it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. He needs to do something before mid-season, or Red Bull, you know, they've been ruthless before. They can be ruthless again. It's basically 2022 McLaren version of Ricciardo, unfortunately. So far, it is, yeah. which is disappointing. But, you know, he's still got a few more opportunities. Maybe he's got a full season of opportunities, but he needs to start turning it around, that is for sure. But yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the stream so far and you are enjoying it, please do drop me a like. It really does help the YouTube algorithm notice me and get me higher up the list on YouTube so we can get a few more in for the race tomorrow. And if you've not subscribed, you know what to do. I'm here for every Grand Prix, whether it be 3 in the morning or on a lunchtime. I'm here. And we are underway for Q2 then, as Science is going to be the first one to start a flying lap. Lawson waiting for a seat as well. See, that's the thing. I think Lawson gets a seat next year as well, you know. So Science goes purple then. Sector 1. Well, the Williams decision so far is paying off. Albon's still in. So forget what I said for the first 10 minutes of this stream about it being the wrong decision. I think it's the wrong decision mental health wise for Logan Sargent. It does make sense on a pure sport inside, but I still don't agree with it. Yeah, Albon just needs to keep it clean. That's easy to say though. You know, I can't help thinking he'd be a little bit tense in the car. Right. Here comes Verstappen across the line then, a 16.3. 3/10 quicker than Sainz. Only Ocon, Sainz and Verstappen have set a lap, and Ocon's 2.5 seconds slower than the Ferrari and Red Bull at the minute. Yeah, definitely be tense. You've got to be, you know, I'd be going into every corner thinking, please don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Norris goes purple sector 1 then, as Albon goes P4. Stroll goes P6 of 6. They've currently completed a lap, so not great. Alonso 7th. Perez goes 4th then, so... Right, here comes Norris round the final corner then. 10.5 minutes to go in Q2. This is all about getting into Q3 and into that pole position shootout. Norris goes P4 then. Not bad. Piastri's purple sector 1. Go on, Oscar. I've got Oscar getting on the podium this weekend. I'd love to see that. Here comes Hamilton to the line then. Boom. P6. All right. And here comes Piastri then. Oh, bang, second. Oh, game on. Game on. And McLaren in the fight for pole here today. Ooh, camera cuts to the McLaren garage and they're looking excited about this today, and I don't blame them. This is looking strong for McLaren. This is looking like they've got a chance. They've got a chance here. Stroll goes 8th. Alonso to the line. Currently P11. Improves to 9th. But not phenomenal pace. Just debating whether to order yourself a Mackey's breakfast. Oh, that does sound good. I can't do that myself because I've got to try and get some sleep as soon as this ends. But that does sound good. WTF? What? but Piastri only 2/10 off in P2. Very good, that. Here comes George Russell. Round the final corner to the line. 14th at the moment, then goes P7. I think Mercedes are at the back end of this top 10, generally. We've sort of got a top 3 teams here of Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren. And they seem like they're a little bit ahead of then, and it's Mercedes versus Aston Martin for the back of the top 10, I feel like. And then everybody else after that. Right, so Magnussen is the last man to set a lap time in Q2 and goes P13, okay. If Haas can get one of the cars through to Q3, that'd be mega for them. But Hülkenberg's already out. Magnussen will be knocked out here, won't he? I'd be surprised to see a Haas in Q3. 7.5 minutes to go. Will we see an Alpine in Q3? Esteban Ocon, last one standing. I would doubt it. You never know. Can you imagine if Piastri gets pole position on his home race weekend? Even if he doesn't win the race, if Piastri slaps it on pole, it'd be massive. Absolutely massive. I feel like he's got half a chance as well. I really do. Sainz goes purple, sector 1. I can't be the only person that preferred the old layout to this. I can't be. I feel like we've lost something in taking away a couple of the slower corners. I can't help feeling like it's lost something. I don't think this new layout's as good as it was a couple of years ago. The pre-COVID layout is still better for me. I don't feel like it just speeds it up, yeah. It might look better on TV because it's a much faster circuit now, but Sainz purple, sector 1 and sector 3 goes quickest. Oh, it's this game on for pole, this. But yeah, just to finish my point, I feel like they've sped up the circuit, but have they necessarily made it any better for overtaking and everything? I'd say not. I prefer the old layout. But anyway, here comes Sergio Perez round the final corner then. What can he do? He's P6 at the moment, 5.5 minutes to go. Goes up to P4. So it's Sainz on a 16.1. Verstappen's 2/10 off that as Leclerc makes it Ferrari 1-3. Sainz is quick. That's a hell of a lap from Sainz. Sainz on a weight reduction one with his appendix out. Maybe that's giving him 1/10 of a second. Maybe it's a strat. Have your appendix out. Weight reduction, mate. He's looking rapid. Oh my God. That's going to... that makes me feel old. 21 years ago, Alonso started pole position for the first time in his career. 21 years ago, he was on pole position. And he's still going round here now fighting for pole. Unbelievable. Unbelievable longevity from Fernando Alonso. Actually, I tell you what made me feel old. When Vettel retired, I think Vettel was the first driver that had seen every single race of his career from beginning to end. And when he retired, I was like, I've been watching this for quite a while now. But I wasn't watching when Alonso started his career in 2001, or at least not watching properly. So it's Alonso round the final corner. He's P10 at the moment, needs to improve. He wants to get through to the pole position shootout. Does improve to P7. Maybe that'll be enough. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay-ish is the way to sum that up there. David Croft's got it right. Okay-ish. Yeah, I don't know, because I think he'll be okay. Yeah, because I don't think you're going to have Albon, Tsunoda, Magnussen and Bottas all beat that time, are you? So I think you're going to be all right on that. Stroll across the line then, P10 for Stroll at the moment. Albon just outside the half a tenth off the top 10 at the minute. 2.5 minutes to go, bottom 5. And to be knocked out at the moment is Albon, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Bottas, Ocon. Here comes Lewis Hamilton winding up for one last gasp in Q2. Hamilton down in P9 at the moment. Could do with improving. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Oh, every time I catch a glimpse of myself on the thing, I feel like I'm looking ill. This camera not doing my complexion any favours whatsoever. Oh, that was on the limit from Lewis there. They've sped up that turn 6. But surely it was better before, no? And then getting rid of turn 8 and 9, or what would it have been, turn 7 and 8, or 8 and 9, whatever, I don't think it's benefited the track overall. It's made it faster. That's what you want. Hamilton's the final sector. Yes, Jordan. What is your vibe? What brings you here this morning? Are you still up on the sesh, or are you on a bright and early one? How are you here right now? I appreciate it, but I don't understand it. You must be you snowing in the shed. Are you still going for the night before then? And it's because I can't see you waking up at 20 to 6 on a Saturday morning. You're still on a Friday night sesh, aren't you? It is cold, isn't it? Right. Here comes Valtteri Bottas, who needs to improve. He's in P14 at the moment. Is he going to get through to Q3? I wouldn't bet on it. But he comes to the line now. Oh, P12. Well, he improves, but he's not good enough to get through to... guess who's with you? Calvin. I'll go Bookie's favourite, Calvin Jackson. Just finished a night shift. Yes, Mitch. How we doing? Bingo! Bookie's get the... Oh, Hamilton might be out here. Tsunoda might have knocked Hamilton out here. This is it. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, Hamilton knocked out in P11, mate. Tsunoda's through. It was a Ferrari 1-2 as well in Q2. Oh, Ferrari are well within a shout here, but the big scalp in Q2. Lewis Hamilton knocked out in P11. Albon's out in P12. We're not safe, Lewis. Are we safe or not? No, he'd just been bumped. Sonoda knocks Hamilton out of qualifying. There you go. Hamilton out in P11, Albon out in P12, Bottas out in P13, Magnussen out P14, Esteban Ocon out in P15. So the top 10 through to the pole position shootout is Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri, Perez, Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Sonoda, and Russell by the skin of his teeth. So Mercedes 10th and 11th in that session. La Bosch. Mate. How are we doing? Denver had a bad night, didn't he? Do you know what I think happened to Denver? I think he tried to do a chair spin after about half a bottle of vodka or whatever he was on. And completely decked it. And he's cut all his, well, you know, innit? You'll know. He's cut all his eye open and sat there steaming as a rocket all night with a cut eye, blood all down him, just not giving it. I was like, what is going on here? I tried to call him, like, what's happened? What have you done? He's like, oh, nah, mate, I'm fine. Nutcase. They're re-upped. Yeah, they're re-upped. Exactly. What a nutter. We all called him, yeah. Anyway, he's all right. He'll be all right. But yeah, Tsunoda is making it even worse for Daniel Ricciardo, because Tsunoda's getting through to Q3. Daniel Ricciardo's getting knocked out in Q1. Oh, mate, yeah. Tsunoda's making this situation even more difficult than it needs to be for Ricciardo. Yeah, getting a lap time deleted was not part of the plan for Danny Rick. Especially at your home race, and especially when you had the first two race weekends that were very difficult. You know, Ricciardo just needs a little bit of rub of the green. He just needs a little bit of something in his favour. Not this. He doesn't need Yuki Tsunoda outperforming the car. Hey, I was going to put Tsunoda in my top 10 as well. Can I change Ricciardo for Tsunoda in my top 10 predictions or what? I did say Tsunoda, and then I was like, oh no, it's Ricciardo's own race. He'll pull something out of the bag. Oh, pull a P18 out of the bag, why don't you? Jesus. Yeah, look at this. Is definitely a different way of presenting it, this. This is, instead of sending the entire crew to Australia, let's just keep them in a studio in London, save a bunch load of money, save a bunch load of jet lag, and keep the Sky Sports presenters. Obviously, some of them will be in Australia, but then again, I'm sure I saw that Naomi Schiff was there, though, in the paddock. So what are they doing here? I don't understand this studio thing. Yeah, Denver the Nutter, yeah. Stroll knocked Hamilton out in Q1, Jeddah 22-2. Neary knocks Lewis out of Q2. Stroll knocking Lewis Hamilton out of qualifying is criminal, isn't it? Oh, mate. I don't know. Is Lewis checked out until next year? Tsunoda with a mega lap in the Racing Bull. Yeah, big ups to Tsunoda, man. It's Russell 3-0 in quali as well. Ooh. Russell 3-0. Not great, that. For a man with 103 pole positions, getting knocked out in Q2 and being beaten by your teammate, shows a little bit of a drop-off. Oh, yeah, look, Ricciardo, yeah. Ricciardo's track limits wasn't even close. He's well wide. What would that have been? Turn 3, turn 5? No, sorry, is that turn 4, isn't it? turn 4. Well wide for Daniel Ricciardo. It's not like what it's not. It's not one of those where he's an inch over the white line. No, he's a half a car length wider than the white line. Ricciardo is always getting that lap time deleted. He can't have any arguments about that. Disappointing for Ricciardo, but we are about to get the pole position shootout on. Please do drop a like on the stream if you haven't already, guys, and get yourself subscribed. I'll be live for the Australian Grand Prix, unbelievably, at 3:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you're in the UK, that is. If you're in a different time zone, then it might be a bit more sociable hours. But in the UK, it's a 4 a.m. race start tomorrow. So you've got to love it. You've got to love that they've put the race back a couple of hours from what it used to be as well. Because I'm sure last year and the year before, when I was doing this, it was 6 a.m. race start, which wasn't too bad. At least you could get somewhat of a night's sleep. But 4 a.m.'s neither here nor there. It's sort of like, do you stay up? Probably not. But you've got to get up in the middle of the night. So if you fancy joining me at 3:45 in the morning tomorrow for the race, I'd much appreciate it, because there might not be that many of you. Well, at least it's an hour earlier. I don't know if that's better or worse. I think that's worse, though. That's worse. It depends how you look at it. If you're looking at it from a perspective of staying up and pulling an all-nighter, then it's better in that respect. But I find it 4 a.m.'s worse than 5 a.m. Because 5 a.m. you can have a few hours sleep. 4 a.m. a few hours less sleep. Yes, mate. You'll be there. I appreciate it, Mitch. Somebody that you used to know. Oh, that's terrible. That's that one-hit wonder. Always hated that song, Jordan. Goche or whatever. Talk about a one-hit wonder. That was a shocker. Right, let's go. Right. Pole position predictions then. Come on. Piastri, anybody? Piastri? I feel like we could be in a situation where it's a Ferrari front row. I think if it's Leclerc and Verstappen, it's going to be difficult for Leclerc to defend it for, what is this race? 50 laps? 50 what? I don't know if it says on there. It's going to be difficult for Leclerc to defend Verstappen over a full race distance, let's say. But if it's both Ferraris on the front row, they could convert that. They could try and... But anyway, this is about qualifying. We'll worry about the race tomorrow. Max, we all know. It's easy to say that, but it might not be today, Anto. It might not be today. I mean, you can look at the form book and go, well, obviously Max. But I feel like, for once, this is actually really unpredictable, because God knows, over the last 2.5 years, a lot of it's been predictable. This is one of the few exceptions where you go, ooh, this isn't a foregone conclusion. there's 4 or 5 drivers in a shout for pole here. You said Sainz earlier. If Sainz gets pole 2 weeks after having an appendix out, fair play. And he has gone purple sector 1 and 2. So we are into the pole position shootout now. We're into the crucial final laps of qualifying. And it's Sainz purple all 3 sectors and obviously goes quickest on a 16.3. Russell crosses the line 16.875. So Russell half a second down on Sainz. And Sainz quicker than Leclerc at the moment. Which I wouldn't have had money on. Sainz is still quicker. So Sainz quicker than Leclerc by a tenth. Verstappen purple sector 1 and 2. Oh, Anto, you might be right. Yeah, Verstappen now. This is what I said. Q3, new tyres, fuel out the car, turn the engine up and have a do. But I still think the Ferraris and Piastri especially from the McLarens are still in the fight here. Perez has beaten Verstappen in the middle sector, if that's anything to go for. And Verstappen goes a 16 flat. 0.3 quicker than Sainz in the Ferrari. Here comes Lando Norris across the line. P4. Okay. Here comes Sergio Perez, who was purple middle sector. P4 as well. He can't beat the Ferrari, Sergio Perez, at the moment. Okay. So it's Verstappen 0.3 quicker than Sainz. 0.4 quicker than Leclerc and Perez. Then comes Norris and Piastri. Oh, and Alonso's gone off the road. Whoa. Alonso lost the rear end and a snap of oversteer for Alonso in turn 6. Wow. Yeah, Alonso. It might have damaged the underside of his car there. I wouldn't be surprised if he has. Piastri, check the floor on the left. Damage. Ooh, no. No. Piastri suspects damage if he's run too wide on the exit of turn 10. Ferrari going to have to improve by 3 or 4 tenths now. Wow, he's really bouncing over the exit curb on the exit of turn 10 there, Oscar Piastri. Look at the car into turn 1 as well. Oh, Verstappen slapping a 16 flat as well. When it matters, he turns it up. Five minutes to go. We're in a bit of a lull at the minute whilst they stick one more set of brand spanking new tyres on the cars and send them out for one last run. So everybody's in the garage, but not for much longer. They're going to send them all out for one final shot at pole. The order at the moment then, with 4.5 minutes to go, is Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Tsunoda, and Alonso and Stroll in the Aston Martins haven't even set a time yet. So they're going for one run. Well, I think Alonso did go out there, didn't he? But it damaged the ran wide and aborted the lap, obviously, because he cut the corner completely. So Alonso did have an attempt at a lap. And Stroll's out there now. So Stroll is going against the grain, going out there, setting his lap when nobody else is on track. And he starts his flying lap then, Lance Stroll. Stroll down to turn 3. Looks neat and tidy so far. Don't go too wide at turn 4. Yeah, turn 5 is, you've got to get the line right. And then look at turn 6. Wow. They've sped up turn 6 a lot in these last couple of years with the new layout. And then this is all flat out then. They've got rid of turn 7 and 8 all the way. And now look at this 9 and 10. Oh, and he lost the rear end a little bit, did Lance Stroll, in the middle of turn 9. And now he's into the final sector then, down to turn 11. 90-degree right. Then he's going to chuck it into turn 12. And now to this slow. And out of the final corner comes Lance Stroll. Then what can he do in the Aston Martin? Cross the line. P8 quicker than Yuki Tsunoda. And his teammate's not set a lap time yet. But now everybody else is going to be piling out of the pits. And setting their final lap times. Oh, that was a massive moment for Stroll. That's a massive moment for Stroll there. Oh! Wow. I mean, he's lucky to keep that facing the same direction, to be honest. That was a massive, oh shit, moment there in the middle of, at like 150 mile an hour in the middle of turn 9 and 10. Whoa, mate. That could have been airplane crash. He's got away with it anyway. 2 minutes to go. And now everybody's winding up for the final lap. So it's going to be Sainz, first one across the line. Oh no, so Verstappen's already ahead of him. So here we go. This is it. This is the fight for pole position in Australia. This is what it all boils down to, the next minute and a half. Oh, Verstappen's gone purple by 16 thousandths. Come on, Ferrari. It's now or never for Ferrari. Come on. Oh, Sainz is purple sector 1. Come on. Good grief. Piastri 2/10 off in sector 1. So the Piastri pole position dreams are down the pan at the moment. But Sainz looking rapid. Oh, it's going to be so close. He's 17 thousandths behind Verstappen through the second sector. Piastri's 3/10 off it. Oh, look, he's almost dipping a wheel into the grass into turn 11. Here comes Verstappen to the line then. Can he improve? It's a 16 flat and now it's a 15.9. A 1 minute 15.915 is the Max Verstappen benchmark. Here comes Sainz to the line then. Perez can only do a 16.2. And here comes Sainz only second. Doesn't beat him in the end. He's 3/10 off. Here comes Oscar Piastri. P5 only. I don't think Verstappen can be beaten today here. What's Leclerc doing? Here goes Norris to line. P4. Okay, Lando Norris, P4. Here comes Russell. We'll need to look at Leclerc, though, in a minute. Can Leclerc challenge Max Verstappen? Russell only P7, and Leclerc abandons him. Pits. Verstappen on pole. Verstappen on pole for the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. In the end, Sainz was the nearest challenger in P2. Leclerc's abandoned it, and Alonso's going to be last man to complete the laps. Tsunoda goes P8. If Alonso snags pole, it's epic. P10. That's it then. It's Verstappen in the end by 2.5 tenths over Carlos Sainz. Then Perez Norris, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, Tsunoda, Stroll, and Alonso. Thank you for joining me for qualifying. I did think it would be a little bit more competitive than it was in the end. Fair play to Sainz front row after 2 weeks after having his appendix out. He can't complain at that. Mega job. But it is the inevitable. Yet again, Anto, you knew it. Most people knew it. Everyone but me knew it. I'd have loved a Ferrari pole. I can't even pretend. I'd have loved a Ferrari pole today. We needed a Ferrari pole today. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. If you can't get pole position, this might be the best chance all season. Anyway, they haven't done it. Verstappen's done it, of course. But big ups to everyone for being in the stream. If you have watched it live, absolutely legendary. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at 3:45 a.m. UK time for the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. The grid is Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Norris, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, Tsunoda, Stroll, Alonso, top 10. It's then Hamilton, Albon, Bottas, Magnussen, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Ricciardo, Zhou, and Sargent's not taking part because Albon's taking his car. But that is all from me today. Please do drop a like on your way out, and do get yourself subscribed on live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 World Championship. And also, make sure you get yourself in chat for the Australian Grand Prix to be entered into the Viewers' Championship. More on that tomorrow. All right, guys. Yeah, bed's calling. Yeah, absolutely, Gav. I will see you tomorrow at 4:45 in the morning. I dare you to join it. Come on, guys. I hope I'm not talking to myself tomorrow. But, peace out. Catch you tomorrow. Verstappen on pole again.